What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is a single decision you haven't made yet? Not luck, not talent. A decision, a commitment to stop drifting and start directing your life with absolute clarity and purpose. Every person who has ever built something extraordinary began with a moment just like this. A moment when they decided they would no longer wait for change, they would create it. If you're listening right now, it means something in you is ready for more. Not tomorrow, not someday. Right now, the first principle of lasting success is what many ignore, yet it's the foundation that every great achiever, including Elon Musk, has mastered: definiteness of purpose. Think about it. Most people live by default, not by design. They wake up, go to work, pay bills, and repeat, without ever truly asking themselves, what do I want? What am I here to do? If you don't define your purpose, life will assign one to you, and it will rarely be the one you actually want. Elon Musk didn't become who he is by accident. He didn't stumble into creating SpaceX, Tesla, or any of his ventures. He made a conscious choice to pursue goals so massive that they terrified most people. But here's the truth. The size of your purpose determines the size of your life. When you set a purpose so compelling that it pulls you forward, you no longer need external motivation. It becomes an unstoppable internal force. Take a moment to picture your life exactly as you want it to be 5 years from now. Where are you living? What are you working on? Who are you with? The clearer you are, the more power you have. Clarity turns wishes into plans, and plans into action. Vague goals produce vague results. Sharp, definite goals create sharp, definite success. But having a purpose isn't enough. You must own it. Say it out loud, write it down, see it every single day. Your brain is wired to move toward what it focuses on, but most people focus on what they fear instead of what they want. They wake up thinking about bills, problems, and obstacles. High achievers wake up thinking about possibilities, opportunities, and progress. Definiteness of purpose is not just about choosing a goal, it's about aligning every part of your life with it. Your habits, your environment, your circle of influence, all of it must match your vision. If your daily actions don't support your purpose, they're sabotaging it. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing today taking me closer to the future I want or further away? This is why so many never see their dreams materialize. They keep saying yes to things that have nothing to do with their vision. They waste energy on distractions, opinions, and fears. Meanwhile, those who succeed eliminate the unnecessary. They cut off anything that doesn't align. They are not lucky, they are intentional. Right now, you have two choices. You can keep waiting for the right time, which will never come, or you can decide that this moment is the right time. The world will not hand you success, you have to claim it. Start by defining what success actually means to you. Not your parents, not society, not social media, you. If you skip this step, you'll chase goals that don't fulfill you and end up wondering why achieving them feels empty. This is your turning point. Stop thinking small. Stop settling. You were not born to live on autopilot. You have ideas, talents, and dreams for a reason, and those dreams are waiting for you to step up and pursue them with everything you have. Elon Musk didn't have all the answers when he started, but he had a purpose so strong it made him unstoppable. That same power is available to you right now if you choose it. So ask yourself, in this moment, what do I truly want? And what am I willing to do to get it? What if the life you're living right now isn't even close to what you're capable of, and the only thing holding you back is the size of your desire? Think about it. Every great achievement in history started as a single thought, but not just any thought, a thought so powerful, so consuming, that it refused to fade away. If Chapter 1 gave you the clarity of purpose, Chapter 2 is about the fire that turns that purpose into action, burning desire. Most people want success. They say they want to be wealthy, they want freedom, they want to make an impact. But wanting is weak. Everyone wants. Few people are willing to want so deeply that they're ready to sacrifice, persist, and push through every obstacle that stands in their way. Elon Musk didn't just want to build rockets. He was obsessed. He risked his fortune, his reputation, even his health, because his desire was stronger than his fear of failure. Here's the truth most won't tell you. Lukewarm goals create lukewarm results. A casual wish produces casual effort, and casual effort produces nothing extraordinary. A burning desire, on the other hand, forces you to move even when you're tired, to try again even after everyone says it's impossible. It's what makes you get up at 5 a.m., when no one's watching. It's what makes you choose work over comfort, growth over excuses, and purpose over procrastination. But here's something crucial: you cannot fake a burning desire. It can't just be words. It must come from a deep emotional connection to what you're trying to achieve. Ask yourself, why do I want this? What will my life look like when I get it? What pain am I escaping? And what future am I creating? The stronger your reasons, the stronger your drive. Burning desire also demands sacrifice. You cannot keep everything you have now and also step into the life you want. Something has to go. Old habits, old fears, maybe even old relationships. Success doesn't just require effort, it requires trade-offs. Musk gave up comfort, security, and a normal life to chase something extraordinary. And while most people called him reckless, he understood a fundamental rule: safety is the enemy of greatness. Here's where most people quit. They think desire means waiting to feel motivated every day. That's wrong. True desire doesn't rely on mood. It's not about waiting for inspiration. It's about deciding. It's about taking action even when you don't feel like it. Because once you start moving, momentum creates motivation. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for lightning to strike. You'll be standing in the dark forever. Imagine for a moment that everything you want, wealth, freedom, success, happiness, is on the other side of a wall. Most people tap on the wall once or twice and walk away when it doesn't fall. Those with burning desire keep hitting it day after day until cracks form, until it weakens, until eventually it breaks. The wall doesn't decide who wins. Desire does. This isn't just about ambition. It's about survival. If your dream doesn't feel like oxygen, if it's not something you must have, life will distract you with smaller, easier goals. You'll settle for good enough. But good enough is the enemy of great. You are capable of more, and deep down, you know it. That restless feeling you have, that's your potential calling you to stop living small. So tonight, as you fall asleep, picture the life you're chasing. See it in vivid detail. Feel what it will be like to wake up there, to breathe that air, to know you made it happen. Let that image burn so deeply into your mind that you wake up tomorrow with no choice but to take action. Because once you have a burning desire, failure stops being an option and success becomes inevitable. What if everything you've ever wanted is already within your reach, but you've been stopping too soon every single time? Most people quit not because their dream is impossible, but because they underestimate how much persistence it takes to make it real. They think one failure means it's not meant for them. They see rejection as a sign to turn back. But the truth is brutal and liberating at the same time. Success doesn't come to those who try once. It comes to those who refuse to stop trying. Persistence is the invisible bridge between your vision and your reality. It's what transforms a burning desire into actual results. Without it, every goal remains a wish. Elon Musk faced multiple rocket explosions that cost him hundreds of millions of dollars. Most people would have quit after the first. He didn't. Even when SpaceX was on the edge of bankruptcy, he found a way to try one more time. That one more time is the reason SpaceX exists today. That one more time is why Tesla didn't die in its early years. And that one more time is the same principle that can save your dreams. Think about your own life. How many times have you started something, felt excited for a while, then stopped when it got hard? Maybe you tried a business, a new skill, or a fitness goal. The initial motivation felt great, but when results didn't come quickly, you slowed down, then stopped, and eventually convinced yourself it wasn't possible. That's not failure. That's unfinished work. Persistence isn't glamorous. It doesn't feel good most of the time. It's repetitive, it's frustrating, and it often feels like you're moving in circles. But beneath that struggle, something powerful is happening. You're building mental toughness, discipline, and momentum. Each time you push past the point where most people quit, you step into the rare group of people who actually finish what they start. There will always be obstacles. There will always be days when progress seems invisible. That's when your mind will whisper, maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe you're not good enough. But that voice is lying. The challenge is not there to stop you, it's there to test you, to see if you actually want what you say you want. Everyone wants success when it's easy. Persistence is about showing up when it's not. Here's a powerful truth. The moment you're closest to quitting is often the moment right before your breakthrough. You can't see it yet, but the work you've been putting in is stacking up. Like a seed underground, it looks like nothing is happening, but roots are growing, and if you keep watering, it will eventually break the surface. Persistence isn't just about big dramatic actions. It's about small, consistent steps that compound over time. 10 minutes a day of focused effort will beat 2 hours once a month. The people you admire didn't get there because they made one giant leap. They got there because they refused to miss a single day of progress, no matter how small. If you can master persistence, you'll beat people who are smarter than you, richer than you, or more talented than you. Why? Because talent burns out when things get hard. Intelligence gives up when the path isn't clear. Persistence doesn't care. Persistence says, I'll figure it out. I'll try again. I'm not leaving until I win. Right now, make yourself a promise. You will not quit on your dream. Not after the first failure, not after the 10th, not after the 100th. If the goal is worth it, there is no timeline for success. Keep pushing until it happens, because if you don't stop, you cannot lose. What if I told you that the results you see in your life right now are not random, they are the direct reflection of what you've been repeatedly telling yourself, consciously or unconsciously? Every thought you allow to live in your mind plants a seed. Some seeds grow into confidence, action, and opportunity. Others grow into doubt, fear, and procrastination. And whether you realize it or not, your internal dialogue is shaping your external reality every single day. This is where the principle of faith comes in, not faith as in blind hope, but faith as in a mindset of absolute certainty. Faith is the ability to believe in a result you cannot yet see, to act as though your success is already inevitable. Elon Musk didn't build rockets by asking, what if this doesn't work? He acted from a place of, it will work now, let's find the way. That shift in belief is everything. Your brain will fight to make whatever you believe true. So the question is, what do you believe? Most people operate from fear instead of faith. They say they want success, but their internal thoughts are filled with doubt. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people laugh? Those thoughts don't just make you feel bad, they shape your actions. Doubt makes you hesitate. Hesitation kills momentum, and without momentum, you never see results. Faith is a muscle. It doesn't just appear, it's built by repetition. You train yourself to believe in your goals the same way you train a muscle in the gym, by consistent effort. You start by choosing one powerful thought: I will succeed. I will figure this out. My future is mine to create. At first, it might feel fake. Your mind might resist, but the more you repeat it, the more your subconscious accepts it as reality. This is why so many successful people use affirmations, visualization, and autosuggestion not as some mystical ritual, but as a practical tool to rewire their brain. Think about the last time you faced a challenge. Did you immediately picture yourself overcoming it, or did you imagine yourself failing? That instant reaction is a mirror of your faith. People who win in life don't wait to feel confident. They act as if they already are. That's not arrogance, it's mental programming. And when your mind believes you can, your body finds a way to make it happen. Faith is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing which version of reality you focus on, the one where you fail or the one where you succeed. Both possibilities exist. The one you feed with your thoughts and actions becomes the one you live. Here's something powerful to remember. Your environment will test your faith. You will have people who doubt you. You will face setbacks that make quitting look tempting. But those moments aren't there to break you. They're there to build unshakable certainty. If you can hold faith when everything around you says you're losing, that's when you become unstoppable. Right now, you have to decide, will you let fear write your future, or will you let faith lead the way? Start by catching every negative thought and replacing it instantly with one that empowers you. When you hear yourself think, I can't, say, I will find a way. When your mind whispers, this is too hard, answer with, this is making me stronger. Every single shift adds up. Fall asleep tonight with this thought burning in your mind. I am capable. I am ready. My success is not a question, it's a decision. Because once your faith becomes stronger than your fear, what if the most powerful tool for transforming your life isn't something outside of you, but something inside your own mind that you've been underusing every single day? Imagine this. Every thought you repeat to yourself is like a command to your subconscious. It doesn't argue, it doesn't question, it just obeys. And that's where autosuggestion becomes your secret weapon. Autosuggestion is the process of deliberately feeding your mind with thoughts, beliefs, and images that shape your reality. Right now, whether you know it or not, you are already practicing autosuggestion. Every time you say, "I'm bad at this, I'm unlucky, I'll never be rich, I can't do it," you're programming yourself to live that exact story. Your brain takes it as an instruction and looks for evidence to make it true. Successful people do the opposite. They intentionally repeat thoughts that align with the life they want, not the life they have. Elon Musk didn't wake up thinking, "Maybe I'll try to build a rocket if I feel like it." He told himself, "We will reach Mars. We will build electric cars that change the world." Those statements weren't just dreams. They were commands that shaped his decisions, his persistence, and ultimately his results. Here's the truth. Your subconscious mind controls far more of your behavior than your conscious willpower ever can. That's why most people struggle to change. They're trying to force new actions while their old beliefs are pulling them backward. Autosuggestion rewires those old beliefs. It's like updating the operating system in your brain so that success becomes your default instead of your struggle. But you can't just say affirmations once and expect miracles. Autosuggestion works through repetition and emotion. The more you say something with feeling, the more your mind accepts it as fact. If you repeat, "I am confident, I am disciplined, I am unstoppable," while imagining yourself already living that way, your subconscious begins to shift. And once your subconscious changes, your habits, choices, and opportunities follow automatically. Think about how you start your mornings. Do you scroll through negative news, get distracted, and rush into your day? Or do you take even 5 minutes to feed your mind the thoughts that will shape your future? Those first moments when you wake up and the last ones before you fall asleep are the most powerful times to practice autosuggestion because your mind is more open, more impressionable, and more likely to absorb what you tell it. Most people let the world do their programming for them: social media, other people's opinions, random fears. That's why they keep living the same year over and over again. You don't have to. You can choose your mental input. You can decide to build beliefs that push you forward instead of hold you back. Here's what you can do tonight. As you fall asleep, repeat a single sentence that aligns with your biggest goal. Say it out loud or in your mind until it feels real. "I am becoming the person who can achieve my dream." Feel it. Picture it. Let it be the last thing your brain hears before sleep, because your subconscious will keep working on it even while you're resting. Autosuggestion is not magic. It won't replace action, but it will make action easier. It will make discipline feel natural. It will make persistence automatic. It will make opportunities visible that you would have otherwise ignored. When your mind believes something, your life begins to rearrange itself to match that belief. You are always telling yourself a story. The question is it a story of limitation or a story of power? Tonight, start writing a new one. What if the fastest way to achieve massive success isn't by doing everything alone, but by surrounding yourself with the right people who elevate your thinking, sharpen your actions, and multiply your results? Look closely at anyone who has built something extraordinary, and you'll see a pattern. They didn't do it by themselves. They created or joined what Napoleon Hill called a mastermind alliance, a group of people aligned in purpose, vision, and energy. Most people underestimate how much their environment shapes them. You can have big goals, but if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, small thinking, or people who settle for less, their mindset will infect you. Even if you're disciplined, eventually your energy will match theirs. On the other hand, when you spend time with individuals who believe in growth, who think bigger than you, who challenge you to do more, you can't help but rise. Elon Musk didn't become who he is by isolating himself. He built teams of the best engineers, thinkers, and problem solvers. He sought out people smarter than him in specific areas because he understood a critical truth. One person's knowledge is limited, but a powerful alliance can solve problems no single individual could. Every breakthrough in history came not from a lone genius, but from networks of driven minds pushing each other further. The mastermind principle isn't just about networking. It's not about casually knowing people, it's about intentionally building relationships that accelerate your growth. Imagine two minds locked on the same goal. Their ideas combine, and suddenly they generate a third, more powerful idea that neither could have created alone. That's synergy. And when you scale that effect with multiple people, you create unstoppable momentum. But here's where most people fail. They spend their time with whoever is convenient, not with those who are aligned. They hang around with people who make them comfortable instead of those who make them grow. Comfort feels good now, but it kills potential. Growth feels uncomfortable at first, but it unlocks everything you want. Ask yourself, Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Do they inspire you? Do they hold you accountable? Do they make you think bigger? Or do they pull you into the same conversations, the same problems, the same excuses over and over again? Your future is being shaped by that circle, whether you like it or not. Building your own mastermind doesn't mean you need famous or wealthy people around you. It means finding individuals who share your ambition, who believe in something greater, who won't let you quit when things get hard. It could be 2 people. It could be 10. What matters is that the energy is focused and the purpose is strong. And here's something powerful. You don't even have to know some of your mastermind members personally. Books, podcasts, mentors from afar, these can also be part of your alliance. Every time you consume the thoughts of someone who's ahead of you, you're temporarily borrowing their mind. That's how you start thinking like them before you even meet them. Tonight, think about this. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your environment. If you want to change your life, you must change the people, the information, and the energy you allow around you. Build a circle that demands your best. Create alliances that keep your vision alive when your own motivation fades. No one does it alone, not Elon Musk, not anyone you admire, and not you. Surround yourself with the right minds, and your success will stop feeling like a lonely climb and start feeling like an unstoppable force. What if the greatest breakthroughs in your life will come the moment you learn to control your own mind rather than the world around you? Most people spend their days reacting to problems, reacting to other people, reacting to circumstances. But the individuals who rise above average don't waste energy fighting external conditions. They master their internal state first. Because when you control your thoughts, your emotions, and your focus, you control the actions that create your future. Success isn't just about strategy, it's about mental discipline. You can have the best plans, the right opportunities, even the right skills. But if your mind is scattered, distracted, and pulled by every small event, you'll never reach your full potential. Elon Musk has faced extreme criticism, financial crises, and failures that would make most people quit. But he doesn't. Why? Because he's trained to focus on solutions, not problems. He acts, he adjusts, and he moves forward. That is mental mastery in action. Here's a fact most people ignore. Your mind will believe whatever you feed it. If you wake up and say, "I'm tired, this is hard, I don't know if I can do this," your day will follow that script. But if you wake up and say, "I'm ready, I'm capable, I'm building something extraordinary," your brain starts looking for ways to make that true. Controlling your mind is about becoming intentional instead of automatic. But control doesn't just happen, it's a practice. You must become aware of your thoughts before you can change them. Start noticing, what do you tell yourself when you face a challenge? How do you speak to yourself when you make a mistake? Do you spiral into negativity? Or do you immediately shift to problem-solving mode? That difference determines whether you keep moving or stay stuck. One powerful technique is to treat your mind like a filter. Every day, thousands of thoughts try to enter. Some empower you, others weaken you. Your job is to let in only what moves you forward. If a thought comes in that says, "You can't do this," don't just accept it. Replace it instantly. "I'm learning, I'm growing, I can do this." This isn't about lying to yourself, it's about choosing thoughts that keep you in motion rather than paralyze you. And it's not just about words, it's about focus. Where is your attention going? Most people give their best energy to things they cannot control. What others think, the past, random distractions. High achievers put their focus where it matters. On their goals, on their actions, on the next step they can take right now. When you learn to direct your attention deliberately, you stop feeling overwhelmed because you stop trying to control what's outside your power. This mental discipline also applies to emotions. You can't stop yourself from feeling fear, doubt, or frustration, but you can decide how long you stay there. Successful people feel fear and act anyway. They feel stress, but return to calm faster. They don't let temporary emotions create permanent decisions. Every time you choose focus over distraction, belief over doubt, action over hesitation, you are training your mind to serve you rather than sabotage you. And over time, that training becomes your default. You stop waiting to feel ready because your mind is already conditioned to move forward. Fall asleep tonight knowing this. You don't need to control the world to succeed. You only need to control yourself, your thoughts, your focus, and your choices. Once your mind becomes your strongest ally, nothing external can hold you back. What if the very thing that separates those who achieve extraordinary success from those who stay stuck is something most people ignore completely: decision? Not just making decisions, but making them quickly, clearly, and with conviction. Think about it. Every result in your life right now exists because of a decision you made or avoided. Where you live, what you earn, the opportunities you have, all of it traces back to choices. The difference between winners and everyone else isn't luck. It's their ability to decide and act while others hesitate. Hesitation kills dreams. People say they are waiting for the right time, but what they're really doing is waiting for certainty. They want a guarantee that their choice will work out perfectly before they move. That guarantee doesn't exist. Elon Musk didn't wait until he knew exactly how to land a rocket before starting SpaceX. He decided, and then he figured it out along the way. Success doesn't reward people who wait, it rewards those who commit. The truth is, indecision is more dangerous than making the wrong decision. A wrong decision teaches you something. It gives you data, experience, and progress. Indecision gives you nothing but wasted time and lost opportunities. Life doesn't pause while you think about what to do, it keeps moving. And every moment you hesitate, someone else is acting, building, and getting ahead. Strong decision-making isn't about never feeling fear, it's about not letting fear decide for you. If you're waiting to feel 100% ready, you'll wait forever. Ready is a lie. Growth requires moving before you feel prepared. It's about trusting yourself to handle whatever happens next. That trust comes from action, not from endless thinking. Look back at your life. How many opportunities have you missed because you waited too long? How many times did you know what you should do, but you let doubts, opinions, or the hope for more clarity stop you? That pattern will repeat forever unless you break it now. Start small. Practice making quick, intentional choices every day. Decide what time you'll wake up. Decide what you'll focus on first. Decide to finish what you start. Every small, firm choice builds the muscle of decisiveness. Then, when big opportunities come, you won't freeze, you'll act. Decisiveness also requires cutting off alternatives. That's what the word literally means, to cut away. Once you decide, you eliminate the option to keep looking back. If you keep revisiting your choices, you're not deciding, you're negotiating with yourself. Elon Musk didn't have a backup dream. He didn't say, I'll try to revolutionize space travel, but if it's too hard, I'll just stop. He burned the boats. That level of commitment forces your brain to find a way forward instead of finding excuses to quit. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, ask yourself, what decision have I been avoiding? What action have I been delaying because I'm waiting to feel ready? Write it down, decide. Even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable, because your entire future depends on the choices you make when it's easier to do nothing. One clear decision can change your life faster than a year of overthinking. Make that decision now, and let the rest of the world catch up. What if the reason most people never reach their potential isn't because they lack intelligence, opportunity, or even desire, but because they lack one simple, brutal trait: self-discipline? Everyone wants success, but very few are willing to do what it actually takes day after day, especially when no one is watching. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. And if you don't master it, your goals will always remain ideas instead of realities. Look at anyone who has achieved something extraordinary, Elon Musk included, and you'll see the same pattern. They didn't just rely on bursts of motivation, they built routines, habits, and systems that made success non-negotiable. Musk has admitted to working 80 to 100 hours a week during critical phases of Tesla and SpaceX. Not because he loved every moment, but because he understood that discipline bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Motivation is temporary. It fades as soon as things get uncomfortable. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. It's what gets you up when the alarm rings, even though you're tired. It's what makes you put in the extra hours, read the extra pages, take the extra steps because you know your future depends on it. Without discipline, your burning desire will burn out. With it, even ordinary goals become inevitable. Here's the truth. Your life right now is the sum of the small choices you've been making daily. If those choices are driven by comfort, you'll stay where you are. If they're driven by discipline, your life will transform. You don't need to completely overhaul everything overnight. Start by mastering small acts. Wake up when you say you will. Follow through on one important task before you check your phone. Keep the promises you make to yourself every single time. Discipline isn't about punishing yourself or living a joyless life. It's about trading short-term comfort for long-term freedom. When you avoid discipline, you don't actually avoid pain, you just choose a different kind. The pain of regret. The pain of knowing you could have done more, been more, achieved more. But when you choose discipline, you feel a different kind of pain. Effort, sweat, discomfort. That pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. And here's something powerful. The more disciplined you become, the easier life gets. The habits that feel hard at first eventually become automatic. The tasks that once strained you start feeling natural. You stop relying on willpower because your identity changes. You become someone who simply does what needs to be done. Ask yourself tonight, if I truly lived with unshakable self-discipline for the next year, what would my life look like? Who would I become? That version of you already exists. It's just waiting for you to act consistently until it becomes real. Fall asleep with this truth. Talent can give you a head start. Luck can open doors, but only self-discipline will carry you all the way to the finish line. Decide now that you will no longer negotiate with your excuses. Decide that you will do what's necessary whether you feel like it or not, because that's how success is built. One disciplined choice at a time. What if the life you dream about isn't just possible, it's waiting for you to claim it, but only if you stop living like there's unlimited time? Most people drift through their days thinking they'll get serious tomorrow. They'll start the business next year. They'll save money when things calm down. But there's no someday on the calendar. There's only now. The people who achieve extraordinary success understand this. The clock is ticking, and every moment wasted is an opportunity that will never return. By now, you've learned the principles definiteness of purpose, burning desire, persistence, faith, autosuggestion, the mastermind, mental control, decisiveness, and self-discipline. But knowledge alone doesn't change your life. Action does. Elon Musk didn't read about building rockets, he started building them. He didn't just think about electric cars, he created them, failed, rebuilt, and kept moving until they worked. That's the final principle. Applied action. Turning theory into reality. Ask yourself, how many times have you learned something powerful, felt inspired, and then done nothing with it? That's the trap. Inspiration feels good, but it fades. What matters is what you do after the feeling is gone. Will you take one small step tonight? Will you wake up tomorrow and act on what you've been saying you want for years? Or will you let this just become another video you listened to and forgot? Action doesn't have to be huge. It has to be consistent. Write down your goal tonight. Map out your first move. Send that email. Study that skill. Start small, but start now. The momentum you build from that one action will carry you further than hours of daydreaming ever could. And here's something you need to hear. You will not feel ready. You will doubt yourself. You will face setbacks. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people act anyway. They trust that clarity comes from doing, not waiting. They know that confidence is built by keeping promises to themselves, not by hoping for perfect conditions. This is your moment. You've spent too long waiting for a sign. This is the sign. Stop living like you have forever. Start living like your dream is urgent because it is. The opportunities you hesitate on today might not be there tomorrow. The energy you have right now won't last forever. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Close your eyes tonight and see the life you want. Not vaguely see it in detail. Then tell yourself, I will not settle. I will not delay. I will act. Because if you go to sleep with that thought and wake up tomorrow ready to move, you'll be unstoppable. Success is not an accident. It's not luck. It's a formula, and you have it now. The only question left is, will you use it? Or will you let another day pass without taking the step that could change everything? Thanks for watching my video. If you found it helpful or inspiring, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your one comment can motivate us to create even better content. Stay curious, keep learning, and never stop growing. See you in the next video.